As I was getting ready this morning, I was thinking about just all the cool things that I have learned in February. And let me tell you a couple of them. One was I re-listened to my podcast with Wendy Catherine, who's a toxins lawyer, and she was talking about really just the dangers of tap water, and that there was some legislation in the 70s, Clean Water Act, but now it's up to individual municipalities to test water, and it's up to their discretion, and they're just not testing water. So she highly recommends filtered water bottles, and actually we'll tag a couple in the notes. Ones that I'm trying right now that I really like, but also making sure that you have a filtration system in your house. The other cool thing that I learned was a podcast on EDCs. Should we still be burning candles was the title of that one. And I think one of my big takeaways was candles. Yes, I'm using more battery candles now, but also when I cook, to make sure that I have windows and doors open. I don't have a great fan in my kitchen, and those kitchen cooking smells can actually be pretty toxic to the lungs. So keeping my windows open, keeping a lot of airflow, that is tip number 2. Third cool thing that I learned in February was about toxic people. Specifically, this podcast I had with Dr. Greg Jantz, and he was talking about the impact that toxic people can make on your health. And it's pretty major. It drives your cortisol up, which means it drives your inflammation up, which means you end up not sleeping so well, and you probably are going to have a little anxiety. So get rid of the toxic button pushers in your life. Move them to the outer circle of your life. It is perfectly okay to walk away from them. Even when they're family members, you just have to make sure you've got your good boundaries in place. And my fourth big takeaway for the month of February was from Dr. Bill Schindler. And he was saying that our stomachs are 60% smaller than they should be to appropriately break down our food so we can get maximal nutritional content. So he was saying sometimes you just need to kind of help your stomach along, and that maybe means eating fermented foods. So maybe instead of buying regular bread at the grocery store, maybe you buy sourdough. So little things like that can help your body to digest food better so you get more nutrients. And I hope you had lots of great takeaways in February. See you soon.